Alive.
Hello.
It's all these black people. It's their fault.
Yo.
Wow.
Wow. Now we're recording.
I know.
So yeah, Geordie, tell me about Doom and how you feeling about that shit right now.
Doom. All right. Well, I put out a video this week, and I gave my first impressions, and man, was my first impressions far off from my last impressions. Like, the first two levels of Doom, 2016, not the original Doom, are really tutorial-like levels, and they're kind of fucking boring. They're literally like, hey, walk through this area, fight some monsters, walk through this area, fight some more monsters. That's pretty much the whole gist of it, and the weapons are so limited, and they throw so many basic generic enemies at you because you only get, like, the Grunt and the Imp and, like, variations of the Grunt and the Imp. And, like, this is kind of dull, and it kind of made the game seem like this is what the game was, because I'm in the ballpark of, like, the first level is the tutorial level, second level is, like, where the game actually starts. And, like, the fact that they made the second level just like that kind of threw me off, but the game itself is, it gets really good really quick. One of the best first-person shooters I've ever played.
Now, I heard the single-player campaign is good, but the multiplayer is bad, or not?
Multiplayer's not that bad either. I mean, it has flaws. Like, it does have flaws.
And it's also of a different style that a lot of people nowadays aren't really... Like, it's in between, like, an arena shooter and something like Halo 4. Like, that's really what it feels like, and I've heard that the team that did its multiplayer was the team that did Halo. So I think it's some people from 343 really helped out. So it has a very Halo-like feel, but I've seen big streamers play it, man, and it looks kind of fun. I got to be honest. I haven't played it yet myself.
I played 3 games of it, and, like, the only thing I wish they had was, like, a mini-map. I wish you had some type of, like, awareness. You can put, like, these things called... what are they, hacks or something like that in your Predator suit, and like the hack I put in so I could actually see my teammates on the map. But like, I wish it was like a Call of Duty-esque mini map where you could like see all the teammates, you could see the enemies firing their guns. Because the problem I have with it gives you no sensory awareness in the multiplayer at all. So it's 100% Twitch reaction. So you see the guy, you gotta kind of like do that and snap on him, and that makes a lot of double super shotgun, melee combos is very popular. But you just kind of hide a corner, shotgun, and then melee him.
Yeah.
Now, when you say arena shooter, you're talking like Quake is an arena shooter, like fast-paced, jumping?
Yeah, like old Unreal Tournament, all that Team Fortress. Well, Team Fortress isn't really an arena shooter, but I know why you say that. But it's got really old school, like, elements to it. No regenerating health packs, weapon pickups, all that kind of stuff that the COD audience isn't really used to, and it's stuff that the Halo guys aren't really too thrilled about either. So it's kind of in this weird like middle ground where no one really knows what to think about it, but pretty much everyone is basically ignoring the multiplayer. And kind of, I know as YouTubers we want a game that we can keep playing, keep making content for. But this game is about single player, I think. I think it's about this old school, hardcore experience, in the kind of like Wolfenstein style, like this kind of old ID software kind of thing. And it seems that there's an audience out there for it because the sales have been great. So despite them not giving review copies out before the game's released, which is very rare, people only tend to do that when they don't think their product is very good. They tend to deny people review copies. Like Total Biscuit did a video about it. But he was like, he made a video when he got denied a review copy, and he was like, normally that means it's bullshit, right? And then the game came out, and he was like, well, I was wrong about that. He was like, this game's fucking great. So I think his single, he doesn't do reviews, as he says, right? But his single, like, these are my thoughts about it, I think shipped like 1 million copies of the game. I really do think it, like, he has that much power. So, there'll be another Doom, I'm pretty sure.
Is Doom like one of those games where, like, if you use your rocket launcher, you can jump backwards or like glitch out a little bit? You know what I'm talking about?
Rocket jumping, yeah, it's from Quake. I don't actually know. I think so.
You can't rocket jump.
Oh, you can't. Does it kill you?
No, it just doesn't give you the physics effect.
You could do that in COD 4 a little bit. I loved COD 4 because of that. Like, I spent so much time.
They actually give you double jump boots, so you're good.
Getting off the map. Like Crossfire, I got out so many times. I don't know why. Like, I would just trick shot. Like I'm just thinking of all the time I wasted trying to trick shot off of like glitched out maps and stuff.
You're outside of Crossfire doing 360 spins on people that can't see you.
Pretty much. I mean, it was private. It was private matches though. Like yeah.
Some of those things I didn't really mind. Like I think we've spoken about this before, but I played a lot of Gears, and in Gears 2, there's infamous ways to get out the map. Like to have someone, because you go into cover. Like if someone goes into cover in front of you on a certain step on a map that was set in an underground station, you could wall mantle over your teammate, and you would drop through the level onto like where the level is actually built by the code, and you'd end up in this weird geometry, which is just like a corridor. And I didn't mind that so much. It was kind of fun, but the COD ones where you couldn't shoot them, right? They could shoot you, but you couldn't shoot them. Like there's one on Overgrown. Do you remember in the rock in the gully in the middle of the map? There was one at Debate.
They made that a DLC map and left that in.
Yeah, so dumb.
I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? You make a DLC map of the map on the next game, and you leave the glitch in.
I mean, Overgrown's going to be a map that I'm going to pay for like 18 fucking times now with Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm so pissed off about it.
I don't mind that. Like, you harp on this all the time. I don't mind repaying for content if I want to enjoy it. If they wanted to put, like, a World at War map pack out for Black Ops 3 right now, I would throw my money at it. I'd be like, here, take it.
Now, this is the problem. They're only giving us 10 maps, though, in Call of Duty 4 Remastered. And we paid for those. I ranted on this last week, but we paid for 40% of them already.
I would pay $60 for a 10-map World at War remake, just so it'd be repopulated. Yeah. Just so it was repopulated.
You know what I think is a good idea? Treyarch could really score some points here. All right, so we're obviously going to move on to like the Black Ops being backwards compatible on Xbox One and not on PS4. Like, what I think they could do to get a lot of like goodwill from the community is you can buy it for like $10 on the digital marketplace now, like Black Ops 1, right? So what I think they should do is Treyarch should just be like, supply drops, new weapons, all right, all the DLC for Black Ops 1 is free. It's 6 years old. We're not going to make you pay for it again. The game's massively repopulated, like up to 100,000 players, like, and above that is a lot of people playing a 6-year-old game. And people are really enjoying it. Okay, here's all the DLC. So everyone gets to. If you didn't play this game back in the day, these were the maps that you got with the extra packs, and then everyone's got them, so it doesn't fuck over the community. It's like the
I
like that.
And it doesn't cost them anything. Like they've made their money on that shit, and they could just be like, you know what, we're going to do something. We're going to do.
Point out a flaw you're playing.
What?
Ghost, in its prime, averaged 30,000 people. Now you have a game that they've already made their money on, has 100,000 people. Those 100,000 people are going to have 5,000-6,000 people that's going to buy those map packs because they want to buy them now. Opposed to Ghost, which was the newest game that didn't have any kind of hype around it, and they were trying to sell map packs.
They shouldn't, because there's only going to be 5,000 people playing those fucking maps, and it's got to be a waste. I mean, Kowloon, I don't know how you say
Kowloon.
Fucking awesome map.
Kowloon, yeah.
Black Ops 1 was my I'll tell you a little story about me in Black Ops 1. I played the entire year without aim assist turned on. Big mistake, right? I only used the L96. I got like 14,000 kills with it, like a 1.8 KD. And I was still shit at COD at the time. And it was the first COD that I like took seriously and got max prestige and wanted to get better at. And I loved the DLC map packs on that game. I loved it. I loved the entire game. It drove me mad, and I raged possibly the hardest out of any COD I've ever raged at. But I loved that game. And what's funny is, I don't know if if you guys follow Hutch on Twitter, but he was like...
No, we don't.
He played it, and he was like, you know what? This is the first time I'm not against the boots on the ground hashtag. This game is fucking incredible. And it's so simple, and it's so good. And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason there's 100,000 people playing it. Because so many people are playing this COD for the first time. That's one really good, one of the top CODs ever, and is just like simple.
Whatever, it's the most selling one.
No, Modern Warfare 3 sold the most copies.
I can confirm that. I was doing research.
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, Black Ops 1. I've been saying it since day one. It's my favorite. It's not the best. Like I think about all the different kill streak combinations. Like you started off with the 357, then Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 They were different because Modern Warfare 2, you could have a Predator missile, get your Harrier, get the AC-130. It's a classic combo. And then Black Ops 1, you don't have score streaks or kill streaks that stack, or they stack, but you can't get, your dogs to get your SR-71, whatever.
Yeah.
And then now there's score streak. I don't know what I like better. Like, they have all these different kill streak combinations. Like, I like shooting down air support to get my score streak. I kind of like Modern Warfare 3's little bar system, but then they have the support
I prefer
streaks.
that. Point streaks.
There's so many different combinations in Call of Duty history. I just don't know which one I like. Black Ops 1, it works good, but it's the worst for
Can I point something out?
Just snowballing. But I like it a lot.
I'm going to point something out. I prefer Black Ops 1 because of a simple fact. It takes 11 kills to get a Wraith, which is essentially attack helicopter. Right? So it takes 7 kills to get our SR-71.
With hardline, it's 7
With
kills.
Hardline, yeah. I always wore hardline, so I did that.
Yeah.
But it takes 7 kills versus 11, and it takes 6 kills to get an attack helicopter, and it's much easier to get 6 kills than 11.
10 kills. For dogs.
Yeah, 10.
8 for
literally you could get the highest kill streak on Black Ops 1 versus the middle of the road kill streak in Black Ops 3.
But there's score streak involved in that too. I
play TDM, so I don't. The score doesn't really matter for me. Everything's all kills.
Yeah,
I understand that.
I always think that COD's essential. I did a video where I did this comedic my super technical diagram of how COD works. It's you get kills, you get your kill streaks, you get loads of easy kills, and that's what the game is based around, or should be based around, what it used to be.
That's what sold me on it.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of that. Easy, great streaks. Boots on the ground. The game looks great. The gold camo is the best in the series. The sound is great. The voice acting is cheesy but fun. The maps are large but fun. This is you're putting up Black Ops 1 on one console. That's 100,000 people on one console, right? And you compare it to Black Ops 3, and people are playing it for the first time, and they're like, "Yo, this old style COD is fucking great," and the old guys in the scene are like, well, yeah, it's not like we've been saying this since fucking wherever, since Black Ops 2.
It started going wrong in Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion. That's when I started losing interest in the series, is Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Modern Warfare 3, if you play it now, is horrendous, right? It hasn't aged well. The only good thing about Modern Warfare 3 was Specialist, and if you weren't that kind of player, the assault streaks were shit. Or they were too easy to take out. They were too easy to take out, and you couldn't kill people in spawn like you could in Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1. People had respawn armor and shit, and they really nerfed that essential get my streaks.
I don't know about you, but another thing about Modern Warfare 3 I didn't like is more so than every other Call of Duty, it has a haze over everything. If you
it's hard to see.
You're looking to shoot a sniper off a ridge, you need marksman because he's really hazy and blending into the bushes.
I think by that point, by Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, they were really pushing the 360 in PS3, to beyond what they could really do. COD's a 60 FPS game. Black Ops 2 ain't 60 FPS. Come on now. All right, there are periods in playing that game where it dips to 40 or whatever, lightweight, broken camera angles, all that kind of shit. I think by that point, a new console was needed for them to make a good game. Now, Black Ops 3, it's fairly easy to see people again. I think it's
because it's HD textures and a better software now.
The lighting is better and all that kind of stuff. But the game's formula isn't.
I never understood how the last Call of Duties, Advanced Warfare and Ghost and all those games, specifically Black Ops 3, how they look so terrible compared, Call of Duty 4 even. Call of Duty 4 looks better than Black Ops 3 on the older consoles.
Oh, well, you're saying the new CODs on the old gen?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're infamously shit.
I mean, why didn't you make a design change and be we can't have this, and this on this old console and just create a game specifically for that market?
Because they'd split their sales, I think. They would, that's from their point, they're and we are already 2.5, 3 years into the new consoles, right? So I think
finally they're adjusting to the fucking technology, and I want to just jump in here
too.
talking about Modern Warfare 3. I think All or Nothing was a great thing. Infected was another great thing they added, and I know there's a lot of love for Modern Warfare 3. So the thing that I don't like about it is the support streaks. It gave bad players a little bit better like chance, and it started going to like where Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2, if you were good at the game and a pure beast, and you can still do it today, but you just fucking shit on kids like left and right. Now they have like these EMPs that you got your AC-130 that can just call in at fucking support EMP for like literally they just have to get 15 kills within a match, and they get this EMP and a stealth bomber.
And it kills everything. Yeah, it kills every streak. Yeah,
that's kind of better than a specialist, though. Yeah,
I don't like specialists, but I hated it.
Better than a free specialist.
I hated supporting EMPs. Kills. You wanted to know the purity of rage, play domination against a full party, running support EMPs, where they EMP you the whole fucking match.
Jordy, I'm going to call you out slightly here. There is no way that you're not running Assassin Pro. So
it doesn't matter. I lose my mini map, and it's a game that didn't
have Assassin Pro. You don't. You're immune to it. Assassin Pro, you're immune to EMPs.
I ran quick draw. I didn't really run
fair enough. Right. Yeah, that's AIDS. That is AIDS.
Like I've run quick draw on the assault rifles to keep up with the SMGs in that game.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of good things about it, but it's a really flawed game. I think the fairest thing you can say about it is it's got really good innovations, but support streaks are really
hated, and I wish they would take the fuck out is invulnerability on life, like against score streaks. Like you don't I'm fine if you don't put the diamond on as quick. Right, I'm fine with that. But if I see them on the ground, I should be able to kill them. They shouldn't be able to tank my AC-130 shots because they just spawned in.
Yeah, right. Some little dude, like imagine on Village, some little dude like beep, 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 like some massive rocket, and he's like, "What?"
Because he can shoot me down during the invulnerability.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's real bullshit.
Do you remember this in Modern Warfare 2? Like if you spawned in and stood still, the Harrier would just like lock onto you and like. It wouldn't kill you, but it would bzz, and it would like stay locked onto you. And you could like, if there was a Harrier in the sky and no one was shooting it down, you could kind of just sit there and.
You ever get you ever get a dumb Harrier and be like behind a box, like, bzz, bzz, and it can't kill you. It just keep.
Well, it shoots the box, but yeah, but I like that. I like that concept of the game because you're actually defending yourself against a score streak without actually shooting it down.
Yeah. And let's be honest.
I want my Harrier to like, all right. Fuck you.
I'm gonna roll 360 a little bit and get your ass.
See, Harriers was so good because they shot other score streaks as well.
Yeah.
Like, if someone called in a chopper and you had a Harrier, that chopper is fucking dead.
Instantly, too.
Instantly, it's dead as fuck. And you'd have Harrier fights. If you called in some Harriers and someone else called in a Harrier, they'd get in a gunfight.
The Harrier was overpowered for a 7-kill streak.
It was an attack helicopter, it was an airstrike, and an anti-air kill streak. It was
the worst thing about the Harrier is the attack helicopter was the same number of kills, and it was hit on the other kill streak.
Absolutely, it could take out Pavlos.
That was the
like it could seriously kill Pavlos. Like it was that good.
Chopper gunners.
Yeah,
I think Modern Warfare 2 had the best every kill streak. I'm talking about at the number. Like Harrier was the most powerful 7.
All time.
I think the Blackbird
was 8.
Yeah,
Blackbird was 8.
Blackbird's technically 8. Let's not count half.
Yeah, Blackbird is 8. Harrier is 7, natively 7. Predator is 5.
Yeah, UAV's 3.
UAV don't count.
I think games that have UAV at 3 kills, I think are better. I think that who the fuck can't get UAV? And we're hardline 2.
No, I'm talking about like lethals and shit.
All right, okay. All right.
What was 4? Sentry gun, right?
Sentry gun.
It was a 5. It was a 5.
Oh, that was 5 in care package.
Care package.
Yeah, care package, counter UAV in Black Ops 1, and SAM turret in Black Ops 1, which is good actually.
So Predator missile still.
Yeah, Predator missile wins.
Supreme.
I still think the Black Ops 1 chopper gunner is better than a Pavlo. Even though if it's Modern Warfare 2 Pavlo, like those could go absolutely
on. 2 Pavlo goes crazy.
It does go crazy, but you get the right map in Black Ops 1 with a fucking chopper gunner. Oh dear.
Yeah. The chopper gunner in Black Ops 1 is better.
Fucking amazing.
Pavlo. It is better than the Pavlo.
What chopper gunner is better? Modern Warfare 2?
No, Modern Warfare 2's.
Modern Warfare 2's chopper gunner is better, but like if you want the best kill streak is that attack helicopter from Black Ops 1 where you actually could control it yourself. So you didn't have to go around in a circle. You could just sit on their spawn and just shoot them.
That's 11 kills, though. That's the Apache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gunship.
Modern Warfare 2, you go to the fucking spawn. Go to the spawn. Sometimes it'll leave
Yeah.
action. You be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to shoot this motherfucker.
Yeah.
If anyone
But-
wants an example of Modern Warfare 2 Chopper Gunner, I got a 95 in one gameplay. I got 2 Chopper Gunners, and that was like I just camped the entire time with my sniper rifle. I get the 8 kills or whatever to get this streak going. And
You go crazy,
dude. Like on a map that. I mean, I got the world's fastest nuke with the chopper gunner. I mean, I could have maybe had the AC-130 and got a little faster. It's debatable, but it would shred people. Like off a spawn, you would literally get 8 people. Like they would spawn in a little room, and you would just.
And you weren't like way up in the sky. You're like right there. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, dude.
But why is that fun? Like
It is fun.
It's fun because of the payoff. It's fun because
Especially
of
some
the
shit
psychological
beforehand.
thing that's going on where you're like, I earned something and now I'm getting a reward. That's the hook.
okay,
And I mean, I made this point in my video as well. If you abstract that at all, like you make support streaks or you make score streaks, just inherently score streaks, that's not as powerful psychologically as
Let's
like-
shut the fuck up. All right, keep going. Sorry.
this is someone in the chat.
Yeah, little bitch. All right, keep going.
Like if you remove that and it's not just the reward basis, it's not as fun. There's something joyful about getting 7 kills, calling in this thing, and just seeing yellow numbers pop up while you're still getting more kills. There's just something joyous about that. And the game hasn't been that way for a long time, and they keep getting further away from it, and the sales keep going down. So I'm like, well, guys,
it's
you
kill
should-
streaks.
yeah,
What?
you should learn your lesson. Like easy kick-ass streaks. Yeah, I said this as well. Like, yeah, there'll be games where I join a game and I'm playing like Geordie or I'm playing like a Whiteboard or a Jive, and they get their streaks before me, and it's not that much fun for about 7 minutes, right? But that's the COD experience. That's what it is. You win and lose. It's
Let me ask you this, Eddie.
gambling, you know.
If they had good kill streaks in Advanced Warfare, because to me, this is the big downfall, would it have changed the game dramatically for everybody else? Like if they had like a chopper gunner or an AC-130 that would let you shit on the other team.
Yeah, and if it was relatively easy to get, yeah, I think so. Because what happened with Advanced Warfare is everyone just ran that like super overpowered like support UAV, wall hack UAV.
Well, system shot because it built on it. Like the building block was UAV, system hack, and then you get like God, what was that other one? Something that led to the boom box.
The little drone was good.
Yeah, the little drone was awesome with
The little drone with rockets, and you would just tell it to go kill stuff, and it would kill a lot of things. But I think that game, score streaks, they're trying to balance it in a more fair, competitive way. Bollocks, man. Bullshit. Just make it fucking easy and fun. People, look, there's other harder games out there that people want to play because they want intense competition. Their audiences are smaller because less people want that. More people. The reason why COD sold millions is because it's like, get 3 kills, you get a UAV, you've helped your team out. Get 5 kills, you got an airstrike. Oh, get 7 in a row. Holy shit, you got a chopper. Like that's why it's popular. It's not the best shooter. It's not mechanically the best shooter. It doesn't look the best. It doesn't play the best. The connections aren't the best. It's nothing about it is exceptional apart from the thing that made it unique. And they're like, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, we're more interested in making some fringe fucking esport that nobody watches. Yeah, great. Congratulations. No. Go back to joy.
Dude,
And
the
the
Black
co-
Ops 1
what's it
connection
get worse?
sucks on Xbox One.
Oh, dude, it sucks so bad. I've watched people stream it. I've watched Blame Truth stream it. It sucks so much
Look,
dick.
I was in a gunfight, and sorry, Jack, for interrupting you. I just
Go ahead,
gotta
go
get
ahead.
this. I'm in a gunfight, and like, there's moments where it'll just stop. Like, it'll lay.
Yeah.
Yo!
And this guy was floating. He was literally like levitating, and it just pissed me off.
I think you were in a room with both systems. That's probably why. It was doing that to me also. Like, it was getting choppy, and everybody had 4 bars and shit. Like, the connection was cool, but just, I guess, both systems being in the same lobby.
I think we've got rose-tinted spectacles about how good the connection was at the time. Black Ops 1 at the time had some horrendous connection.
Oh my god! I remember I just re-uploaded this video to welcome back Black Ops 1. It's like the best of White Boy 7th Street Live, and the first clip I can say that I was uploading a YouTube. I got host and I started to upload a YouTube video, and like everyone had 2 bars, I had 4 bars. And I was just the god. Like, I come back. Like, I was doing really fucking bad.
And you kept playing. You're a hacker.
Then I uploaded the YouTube video. Like, it's a 8-hour video of nothing. Like just to like take up bandwidth, and then boom, I went off and world records.
Yeah, that's
were
what
made.
PJ Singh used to do in COD 4. Like in COD 4, if you go to search for a lobby and you upload a YouTube video at the same time, it would put you by yourself and give you host.
Yep.
And cancel the upload, and then now you're host of the COD 4 lobby.
Oh gosh.
And that's back in the day before like host migration. If you left the game as host in COD 4, that's it, game over. Game over, host has left the game.
So you could have a whole night of just dominating kids on your host connection.
That's crazy. The tactics. This is before fiber optic internet. COD 4 is before a lot of people had fiber optic. Like that's I didn't get fiber optic until Modern Warfare 3.
I played DSL on COD 4, and I was still a 3KD player. So y'all motherfuckers crying about excuses.
Oh my! It's been so good. COD 4 remastered talk and Black Ops 1's coming back. I mean, we've set out on this journey a long time ago to make COD great again, and it's slowly happening, man.
I really think if they released all the DLC for free for everyone that wants it on Xbox One, that would be huge brownie points for them.
Do you think they can do it though? Because the deal with PlayStation, though, they have some kind of deal. I don't know.
No,
if
but that was before.
It's already been released. It's already been released. They just have to be like, nah, you can all download it. It's like that would be a huge. They would win so many people back with that. I think
PlayStation's going to come to their senses and do some kind of patch.
What they need to do,
compatibility.
All they got to do, Jive, is take the PC version of Black Ops 1, put the PlayStation symbols into that, and sell it for like $25 right now, and they'd be raking in cash.
I mean, to be fair, the PC version of Black Ops 1 is fucking incredible.
It is good. It's good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
All they got to do is take a port. It'll probably sell better than the Xbox One backward compatibility version. People, they see the market, make the fucking game.
There's more fan base on PlayStation.
Also, coming back to Doom, Doom is the first console game where you can change the graphics settings for like better performance or better visuals. Like that's the first time I've ever seen it. And
it's got an FPS slider.
Yeah, it's got an FPS slider and it's got an FOV slider and all that kind of stuff. Here's the thing.
BioShock had an FPS slider in PS3.
Oh, did it?
Damn.
That's what's up. But this is a modern game. Like, this could be like a new trend. Like, yeah, you want better performance? Turn this down. You want it to look better? Turn this on. All that kind of stuff. I think that's fair enough.
Do you think that's for people who are just playing single player versus people who are multiplayer?
I think the multiplayer doesn't look as good as the single player. So the multiplayer has clearly been built with like fixed resolution to run at a certain frame rate, and I think it's just more flexible in the single player in the campaign.
Yeah, Black Ops 1's a fucking beast, man.
Yeah, and so many people like I saw XCal play console the other day. Right, he actually broke out his 360 and played it. What? I couldn't believe it. Because normally he's like, fuck console, I'm PC only these days. But he was like, oh, I'll go back and play it. And looked at his crazy combat record, with like 4KD with like dual Scorpions. Like, it's mental.
Man, it was nice. I ran it up to about 100,000 COD points from about 20,000. I had to win the first 2 games or I was out of COD points. And I played with some guy called Stone Mountain 64. He's another YouTuber. He does a lot of top 5 plays. I actually made his top 5 plays one time.
He's the guy that does the Battlefield. He does the Battlefield like talks where he's like trying to pretend he's real in, right?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm Captain Stone Mountain 64. Meet me on your 6 and that shit.
Yeah.
I humiliated his ass in Sticks and Stones like right at the end, and he squealed like a little piggy. And I wanted to do it. Like, I set out like a goal to humiliate him, and I had his mic was on, and yeah, I ran into him, and it's nice. Like, I don't know, Black Ops 1 just it's so laggy. I'm playing on PlayStation 3. I couldn't play on Xbox. Like, I tried to play one game today because I got a few ideas for Call of Duty videos, and I get so mad at it. I don't know if it's the controller, because I notice when I'm trying to aim with, and especially snipe with the Xbox controller, I tend to do this with my thumbs. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
move.
that's what you're supposed to do.
No, but I move like I don't like move one thumb. I move both of them. Like I move my player and then I move my.
You never took the time to learn the Xbox controller, did you?
No, it's the concave system, and it's a little difficult for me. I was still performing.
It's also, I mean, a lot of people like that controller, but I have always universally hated the Xbox One controller from the very start. And normally I like loose sticks, but they're far too sensitive on the Xbox One. They drove me mad. So
yeah,
I can identify. Huh?
My sensitivity's 2 now and 3, and I used to play
Yeah,
like 10.
it's because they're differently tuned to the 360 sticks. So, I mean, there's a reason for it. It's just, whatever. I hated the Xbox One controller so much.
That's like the weakest controller I've ever seen, Wings. Like, it looks just like you could snap it like this.
What the fuck is that?
That's the superior controller.
Wings, can you break that over your head right now?
I only have one. I don't feel like
They're expensive as well. PlayStation controllers are expensive.
Yeah, these things right here are like $74 right now. Like,
that's crazy.
I like this one a lot. The anniversary edition. It just looks cool.
I have my PS4 controller, but it has the least thumb wear you'll ever see on a controller because it's plugged straight into my Zim 4. So I've never.
Yeah, that's what I was
like. I got 2 of these because I bought 2 of the launch controllers, and the left housing on both of these won't allow me to run anymore.
Pressing it too hard. I had that problem. I did that to my Scuff on the same stick.
I mean, I think it was generation because like these are a next generation controller. Like they go through generations. They look the same, but they have different hardware in them.
Raise hand. Where that's at?
But like this one, I've had this one way longer than I've had this one playtime wise, and this one's still good.
Yo, hold on. Little change of subject. I see somebody named Optic in the chat. Optic Phase. Did y'all see Nate Shot's team play?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, we can beat them.
Dude, he hadn't
Isn't
played in a
Aches
while.
on their team now?
Oh, he got a team.
The
Yeah,
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves, yeah.
Wings, we could beat them.
I'm pretty sure. Like the thing that that most pro players happen is like I think Woody said it best in this is like you're at the top of your game, you're playing every day, you're scrimming, you're doing your thing, you want to be the best, and then you make it to the top of the mountain, and then you can slide 4 or 5 events without actually scrimming or playing, and you're still at the top of the mountain. But eventually, somebody has that hunger in their belly, and they're coming up, and they're looking to beat you, and you've set this benchmark where you've been at, and now these guys are going above you, and then you slowly start falling, and the benchmark is so much higher since you set it so much higher.
It ain't them.
Nate Shot was the old benchmark. I mean, like he's not going to be the best pro player anymore.
He's not playing.
No, Wings. He got his own team.
Yeah, he started an organization.
He's the coach.
Yeah.
He got his own floor.
Wait, same thing with Aches. Aches has been in the game longer than Nate Shot, and like he's starting to fall off. I mean,
Yeah, he's been signed to 100 Thieves, right? So we live in a world where Aches works for Nade Shot. Just think about that for a moment.
Yeah, I think Aches. They're so bad. They picked
begin
Aches.
with.
No, Aches is good, man.
He's a shady motherfucker, dude.
He's a beast, though.
He's probably good at Call of Duty, but he's
Yeah.
shady in the real life. Like he's a terrible person.
They had this one dude.
Yo.
They got one good player.
Spill details.
Then
Details.
Details.
I've told the story before. Like I was working with a guy named Tyler, and I was helping him get together an Envious team in 2010. And he goes, I go, well, I'm like, I got connections. Who do you want me to reach out to? And he's like, I'd really like Aches and TP. And I forgot what team Aches and TP were signed to at the time, but I reached out. I reached out on Twitter, and I got Aches and TP, and I talked to him. I'm like, what would it take for you guys to come play for us? And they both said $5,000 a piece. I'm like, cool, I'll go talk to the guy. So he cuts a check, $5,000 a piece, and then they both knack on us.
Do they take the cash? They cash the check.
They try to. TP gives it back right away just by asking. But Aches wants to run with it. Like he's like, no, I'm not giving the money back, blah, 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 blah. We ended up having to call his mother and get her in on the call and threaten litigation to do it before he would give
How
the money.
old was he, though?
Aches is a
This is
beast.
2010, so I don't know his age. He's probably 18 or something, 16, somewhere in that ballpark.
Damn, he fucking extorted y'all.
Yeah, he,
Y'all let a baby.
I sent Sharif after him. I literally, like, I had Sharif. I'm like, dude, I got a guy to go to crack his hand.
Y'all let a
Esports in the old days.
Y'all let Stewie fucking take y'all fucking money.
He didn't take the money, I'm guessing.
No, he gave the money
he
back,
didn't.
but he tried to.
He
He
called
tried
his
his
mom, though. You know.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how you
call
know.
my mom, I'm gonna give it back.
Yeah.
So Nate Shot's team there's a like I don't know what's going on
They're
with Call of
bad,
Duty
man.
esports. Are there even competitions? I see the COD World League, and it's not like League of Legends. Like I don't know, League of Legends.
It's because it's a bullshit sport. There's
Yeah.
other FPS that shit on it. No one watches it. It's boring. It's too frag heavy. There's not enough tactics. It's hard to follow because people
Boost
are
jumping
up and then they
everywhere.
die. They're up and then they die. They're up and then they die. It's hard to watch.
Is it the number 2 first-person shooter esport though?
I mean, but there's only one other, and that's CS:GO, which is like the biggest. You know,
So
it's
it's
not
second.
quite as big as League, but
The
it's
second biggest in the world. Holy shit! Call of Duty esports.
silver medal. Would you settle for a silver medal, white boy?
You better not.
Exactly.
Depends what
Exactly.
the payout is. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you were like the gold medal champ, right, and the gold medal guy, you're running in this race, and he's like he's a whole lap ahead of you, and you're just languishing like, you know, like.
Dude, if second
Against
place
Michael
gets
Johnson
paid $1
in the
million,
final.
Call of Duty still got some $1 million tournament.
Yeah, but like Halo's got shitloads of money, but no one wants to watch it because it's not a good esport, all right? It's not hard enough.
To be fair, you don't make $1 million if you win the $1 million tournament. And
True.
like I broke it down.
That's
I
a
did a video
$1 million
breaking it.
tournament, though.
First off, that $1 million is the entire cash pool. And like first,
It's
second,
not first
and third
place.
makes
Yeah.
it.
It's not first place $1 million.
Right.
$1 million.
Like, and then you got to split it between 5 people. Then you got to pay California state taxes, then your own personal state taxes.
You got to
then
pay your
federal state taxes,
organization.
travel fees. Like I broke it down. If you won the $1 million COD tournament, I think it was like $74,000 what you put in your bank account.
I'll be honest. Like you're in Optic, you're set. All right,
Yeah.
you're in Optic and you're playing COD esports, you're set. Because Optic isn't just about the results or the money from the competition. Optic are a legit, like blue chip organization, can draw big sponsors, and the salary you get as a player and the social media exposure you get being on that team and the fan base, you can become a millionaire in no time, right? But the rest of the teams, so we had Moho on, and he was telling this exact story. Like he was like, outside of Optic, dude, they ain't making that much Skrilla, and that's just true of the entire.
They're losing Skrilla because I know a lot of players that are like up and coming, like princess stories. They pay 1,000 bones to come down here to Myrtle Beach and play in the UMG, and they don't even make the cut. They don't even make it to the main stage.
Exactly. Like, it's not like CS. It's not like these truly global, truly successful esports, and that's for a reason.
That shit is like fucking crabs in the fucking pot, because the main stage people that get featured is best out of 5, and the people who are like Wings were talking about, those people are best out of 3.
Yeah, 3
There's a
months.
lot
Imagine
of terrible.
playing against you both try harden, and it's a best out of 3.
And some people are like delusional on their skill level. Because I went to the UMG at Myrtle Beach this year, and I was sitting there standing behind him because I had a pro pass. I was allowed to like stand right next to the pro players and like look over their shoulders. And like they had all these like teams that was trying to make it into the tournament. I was better than 85% of these teams. Like I started watching people like just make mistakes, movement wise, gun wise. It's like I don't consider myself good enough to be here. Why are you here?
Yeah.
What about
Well, it's the dream, isn't it? Esports is one of those dreams. It's like being a big YouTuber. It's like so many people do it, and hardly anyone like makes it or has the chops to make it. Like that's the sad truth.
Was it any all-girl teams there?
There was an all-girl team there.
It probably was fucking horrible.
They beat some teams.
They beat 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves wasn't there.
Yeah, they went around then.
Sixers beat some teams.
Listen, FaZe and Optic are already in CS:GO, all right, and Envious too. Like they know those organizations that are big enough to do it and pay the salaries required, because Optic could pay, like their team isn't that great, but they get paid well, and they're all famous now because they're on Optic, right? Same with FaZe, and all those organizations are just going into CS. So like Nadeshot's going to go into CS. He's already quite a big fan of it. He's friends with a lot of the pros, a lot of the big streamers and stuff. Like there'll be 100 Thieves CS team, because that's where the money is. That's where all the big sponsorship and advertising is, because loads of people watch it. Therefore, the ad revenue is really good. So
It
It's
depends.
just
Like, I think 100 Thieves needs a. If they're, I don't know anything about them. I haven't watched a COD esports in a year. But what if they just keep on like being underperforming and can Nate Chat? I mean, he might have to come out of
CS:GO is
pocket.
a complete different monster in Call of Duty. I don't see how they're using the same players. I would take the branding and get new players.
well, yeah, that's what they do. They wouldn't make the
Definitely
COD
new
players
players.
play CS.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's Optic CS:GO is not Scuffy.
Okay.
Not that it doesn't work that way.
Some people could probably adapt and be good, but if you fucking never really played it, nah.
You never really play. It's a totally different skill set.
I am fucking terrible
Like
at CS:GO.
Mo's very.
I feel like when I play CS:GO, I'm the worst player on the game at that day. Like,
Yo,
It's a hard game. And
Wings,
it's got really high barrier of entry.
I was behind somebody. I shot. You know how you trace the body with bullets,
yeah.
and I was on the guy. I'm like, do. Then he just turned around.
Like I just get upset because like I'm the guy holding the team back right now. Like
Yeah.
what I was talking about. That's my game plan to catch them with their backs away from toward me. It's like
I was so fucking bad when I first started playing. I'm like, hold up, it's just crosshairs, no fucking ADS, and how fucking tough could that be? Like that's fucking.
the problem is you die so quickly. Like there's like literally milliseconds that transpire between your death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, depending on certain guns, like
Well, every gun's apparently a headshot to your boy Jay here because I get fucking wrecked.
well, yeah, the headshots count for a lot in that game. Like, it's a hard game to explain to newcomers because you've got a crosshair on the center of your screen, right? Easy, right? You just put that on and press fire.
Mhm.
The bullets, but every gun has a different recoil pattern, and it's fixed. And the bullets, after a certain amount of bullets, are not going where the crosshair is. So you have to drag the crosshair lower than where you want to be shooting, and the recoil pattern will hit them.
Right.
You know the pattern.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
the AK is like an inverted 7, right? So you aim at the head, you drag down to the right, and then to the left, and then to the right again. But by the end of the spray, you're aiming at their knees to hit their head, depending on the range, right?
Yeah.
So you're thinking like, oh, I'm tapping at this guy, I'm spraying, and I'm on his head with the cursor or whatever. That's not where the bullets are going. and a lot of people can't get around that like basic like, oh, that's not how it works. No. The only guns that really work like that are like pistols. And even then, like a lot of them, you press the trigger too fast, they ain't going where the crosshair is, mate. It just doesn't work like that.
And don't pick up a random other gun that you never used. Oh my God, that's like you pick it up if you really need it. You know,
You need to learn every gun.
Weapon.
Learn every gun. And here's the thing about CS. It's like the mechanical skills of it are hard, right? There's also an element of RNG in the main rifles in that they have a spread of where the first bullet will go if you're not moving. And at range, that's much bigger than their head. So a headshot at range, like a one tap, like crosshair pixel perfect on the head, press tap, it's not guaranteed to hit them in the head because of the RNG element. So it's not only all that like mechanical stuff, but then once you get good enough to actually play and understand how the game works, then the real game begins. And then you've got to understand like the buying the guns and the eco like sub game and all this kind of stuff and like the tactics and actually utilities like smokes, flashbangs, molotovs, all that kind of stuff is hugely important. You don't know any of that, you can't even really play. You're not playing CS. You have to learn so much to play CS properly at even a base entry level. It's crazy. Like that's why people watch it, because they're watching the best in the world be like, bang, headshot, bang, headshot. That's so hard to do. Like that's why. Like in COD's just like frag. It's so hard to watch.
I think H1Z1 shares a lot of the similar mechanics, like the pure mechanics of CS:GO, which I'm really liking. H1Z1.
No, I be seeing people hip fire from fucking mile away and fucking
H1Z1.
H1Z1.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a shotgun, yeah, but like the definitely the ARs, you have to shoot twice or 3 times and then chill out. And
I really enjoyed Black Ops 2 Pro Sports, and Black Ops 1 too. I really enjoyed the COD scene then, but I just didn't follow it past Black Ops 2. Like they recessed. Like they took all the kill streaks out, they took all the claymores out. I hate the fact that Call of Duty pros play a different game than I play.
I don't. No, see, here's the thing. I don't mind that because here's why. Because I don't play COD to play esports. I play COD to get my kill streaks and kill a load of people.
Right. But the fact is, I'm considered a worse player because I play the game that 98% of everybody plays, and I do it well. But because I don't play this other version of the game that has very bare bones, there's no claymores, you ain't got to worry about those. There's no sound whoring. It's just 100% Twitch gun skill over there. That I'm considered bad because I don't go there.
By who though? By this tiny fraction of a community that's it doesn't.
It might be bigger than me because those tiny fraction of the community are the people I want on my team.
But they don't play pubs. A lot of those guys don't even play pubs. I'm sure I'd rather have Scumpy on my team than not. But most of the time, he ain't going to be in my lobby, man. It doesn't matter.
I've never ran into Scumpy. I ran into Fear Assassin one time. And I ran into Envious a bunch of times.
Oh, I ran into Optic and Envious players in Advanced Warfare when the game first came out because of skill-based matchmaking was so severe. It put me and Liam, who in against it on an NA host. It was no, you guys are too good, right? We're going to take you out of that playlist and we're going to put you against fucking Proofy when he was on Optic and all those. There were 4 pro players on the other team and they were testing out Momentum. We were playing Momentum. And I was like, this game is bullshit. It's taken us off. It's taken us to another continent to play pro players. I mean, listen, game. I might be better than average, but come on now. This is a step too far.
I hate the skill-based matchmaking. If I don't play with a team of 3, in Black Ops 3 even, they have in-game skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah.
I get stuck with every bad player that they throw in that lobby. It's me and the Downies versus all the other regular players.
Yeah, no, that's quite. If you're a good player, that's quite a common experience.
How do they expect you to win those fucking
Jive,
games?
what the fuck did you do to my cat when I left?
He kicked it.
He kicked it.
The cat is uncut. I was reading. What happened to him? Did he eat that paint?
He had a hard night of partying.
He just sleeps no, oh my god, last night I don't know why, but I cleaned out my garbage disposal. And
I don't know why, because you have to?
No, because it wasn't working for 2 years. And we just just let it. Then stuff started building up and it smelled so bad. There was this. I still have some in the bag. There's this. It was it was black, just pure death.
Yeah, rotted stuff.
Goopy?
It was. It was.
Oh.
Dude, that's fucking great.
I fixed it though. I feel good. I fixed my air conditioner. It wasn't really. It was. We got our air ducts cleaned and it wasn't working, so I had to really didn't fix it. I just had to plug some things in. And I fixed my garbage disposal.
So it works now.
Yeah, I pulled some weeds too in the backyard. I've been working, man.
Did you vlog it?
I didn't do the garbage disposal. I did do the weed picking, a little vlogging.
It's hard to do stuff like the garbage disposal. When I was working on the truck, I tried to film it, and it's fuck this. I just want to get this done.
No, you just filmed the beginning. This is what I got to do. Blah blah blah. Bang. This is the end,
Yeah. It's you're trying to set your camera up. It's fuck, this sun's hot. I want to get out of here. I don't want to do this no more.
Just train Drew and camera and
Well, Drew wasn't there changing my fucking wheel.
No, I mean, if you're doing the work, just get train someone to film you.
Oh yeah.
Have him as cameraman and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spend any more time by that garbage disposal. I was shaking it and it's just pooping out this gunk and I'm scared of it because you see people put their hands in it and lose it.
It's a bunch of grinders.
Yeah, it was still plugged in, but I don't know,
you cleaned it while it was plugged in.
I couldn't do it.
Why don't you cut the breaker off?
I could have did that, but it wasn't. It hasn't worked.
He didn't have the time.
It wasn't smart,
No,
he didn't
because
have
the
the
light.
time.
No, because I think the light, the lights in the kitchen are connected too. There's not a garbage disposal.
I understand that, but I would have just used a flashlight or something other than risk my hand getting torn off at the nub.
No, I didn't put my hand in there. I did put a screwdriver in there, so it could have been a little dangerous. No,
What you could have done
in there, and I had to
Is your garbage disposal on one of those switches?
Yeah.
Light switch.
Take that apart and then just disconnect the wires and just boom, nobody can turn the thing on.
Like cut the wires, and I would have to.
You don't have to cut them.
No.
They naturally have disconnects on them.
Okay.
Cut the wires.
I don't know. He said disconnect them. I don't like.
They have a natural disconnect.
Cut.
See, okay, we're learning though. You know,
In case you want to change the faceplate.
I did a little work when I was on 7th Street, remodeling the attic and the living room. I don't know. I feel like I've been taking advantage of summer a little bit more because there's been years where I just close these blinds and don't even look outside during the daytime.
Fuck the outside. Who wants to go out there?
It's pretty nice out there, man. I don't know. I spend so much time gaming. Like last night, I could have just gamed, but I don't know. I felt satisfied.
I got to start walking more. Like I put a pedometer on myself last week to see how much I walk a day. It's like 2,100 steps. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of.
What's the
like,
average for like?
That sounds good, but that's not.
No, that's below par.
It's like 10,000, right?
The average person
10,000?
does 5 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds good, but a step is just a step.
It's 5 to 6,000 the average person. Like a person in like New York or somewhere, probably in England, will do 15,000.
Yo, my girl, she did that fashion shit. They did a photo shoot today in Manhattan. Yo, New York gotta be the busiest fucking city. She showed me the background. I was like, God damn, like it was so many fucking people just walking, and the fucking streets was full, and just everywhere was just full of people.
That's because you got to walk in New York because the traffic is so bad. You don't even risk getting a car, and it's so expensive
the
to
fucking
have a car.
traffic, it was like all cabs and shit, like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's so expensive to have a car because you can't park nowhere. You have to pay for parking every place you go. It's $5. You know, you got $50 in parking fees just to take your car places.
That's crazy. You got to rent a garage. Like if you live like near the ocean, you got to.
I like
rent a
space, man.
garage.
Like,
I hate the South, but I love the way the South is. Like, I love how it's like laid back. You can drive everywhere you want to. The roads are pretty much empty. Like if I got my car right now, there wouldn't be a car in front of me or behind me. It'd be just.
Really, it's kind of rush hour right now.
I live in the country, dude. It's rural. There's
rush.
literally like 25 people that drive cars around where I'm at.
Okay.
I like space too. I don't like built up areas. I worked in like the busiest part of London, and it was just like the streets are really wide, and it's just like 6 people deep constantly, just like all day, every day. Rush hour is unbelievable.
Feel like a number, huh?
Oh god, it's horrendous. It's a funny story. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast. It's a funny story. I worked as an editor, and I was put in charge of hiring my edit assistant, someone who would do the grunt work basically before I would sit down and do the actual job. And I held the interviews, and I hired this guy, and he was like a young black British guy from London, and he was really cool, and we got on really well. And like every once in a while, like we'd have to go to the same tube station to go home, like after work or whatever. And like one day there was Nation of Islam guys standing outside the main entrance to one of the busiest fucking tube stations in the country.
Tube station.
Subway.
Yeah, subway. Sorry.
Okay.
So to like go down the steps, and there's just so many people, it's crazy. And he was like, they were like handing out literature for the Nation of Islam, and they gave one to my friend. We were obviously like walking and talking together and laughing and shit, and they gave him some literature, and I don't know what possessed me, but I just turned around and went, "Can I have one?" And he went, "No," like completely joylessly with no sense of humor about it. I was like, "All right, fair enough, whatever."
White people can't be Muslim.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he said to like.
They really lightened up because it's a lot of white people in that shit now.
Yeah, it was just funny the way he said it. He like gave it to my friend, and he was like, "Salaikum, my brother," or something. He said something like that, and my friend laughed. He was like, "Nah, you're all right." And I was like, "Can I have one?" Like as a joke. And he basically gave me a very firm "No, fuck off, white boy," which was kind of funny.
Did you say it sarcastically or?
No, I said it friendly. I was like, "Can I have one?" You know, like a bit like Tracer from Overwatch. "Can I have one?" And he was like, "Nah."
I never played Overwatch.
I can honestly say I've never even seen Overwatch yet. I've not. I don't even know what the game looks
gay.
like.
It looks so fucking gay and dumb.
It's
I don't
fantastic,
think so.
Joe.
The gameplay looks like it's fun. The graphics
Man, that
still
shit
look
look like
cartoony.
I don't see how people be playing Overwatch when like games like Doom is out, and like after I get done with Doom, I'm like, Uncharted 4 is out. It's like, I want to play that.
Multiplayer game, dude. It's an esport. It's like loads of people that are playing CS are playing it. I played it with my CS team. It was great fun. Loved it. Can't wait. Can't wait till it comes out.
Don't you have an Overwatch channel, Eddie?
Yeah, me, Frito, and Liam started an Overwatch channel. It's called Your Overwatch. Go like and subscribe.
I saw your video on, I don't know, you were talking about some guy with rockets. He like rained
McCree,
down rockets.
Well,
Hey,
so,
look, the gameplay looks fun. I like how the gameplay, like, you know, it's fucking action all the time, and there's jumping, not like
it's action all the time. It's open to all sort of like skill levels. Say if you're not like, you know, really amazingly accurate and fast twitch skill, you can play different heroes, support heroes, and still be part of a team and still play with your mates and play at a high level. Like, it's a really dexterous game. Like, and it's a lot of fun. Like, when you do a huge play in that game, it feels fucking amazing. So I just playing it with all my, you know, it's a different crowd. It's not the casual crowd. It's not, you know, it's definitely an esport game, but it's a lot of fun. You should play with us, dude, because there's 6 players on a team, and you know we'll always have room.
Do they have like
Overwatch?
specialists? It seems like kind of like specialists. Everyone has their
They
like,
have
super ability.
an ultimate mode, yeah, that you get for eliminations and doing damage, because it's not always about getting kills, right? Because tanks have a lot, like 600 health or whatever.
Like gorilla, right? With the
Yeah, Winston, and you might be McCree, the guy I play, is like the cowboy. He only has 200 health, but like if you do chip damage to him, like over 40%, I think it is. Like when he dies, you get a kill. Like it counts as a kill for you as well. So it's a lot more like easygoing. It's not as pressured, and like you can play like if you're playing like a tank or a support character and you're really good as that, and it does take skill, but not necessarily twitch aim skill to be good at that person, then you're just as important as the sniper who's like the best player, the best FPS player you've ever met or whatever. Like it's just as important and it's just as fun. Like I quite often play a support hero just to chill out. Like it's a game that I'm going to love streaming, because I don't know about you, but playing FPS while streaming is like, it's so hard. Like it takes
It's viciously hard.
Yeah, it takes so much effort to split your concentration like that. Whereas with Overwatch, I can just play a support hero and just sort of like talk to my chat. I can't wait. The game's going to be great.
That shit look gay as fuck.
What you just said made me actually might want to get into it, where it's not like a Twitch thing. Like to me, I like either being an assassin type character or a tank.
Yeah, well, you can be a tank and not feel the pressure of like, oh, I have to get all these kills. No, your job is to hold the shield, to let your sniper shoot through, to fuck them over, and that's your game plan. And that's it, and that's all you have to do. Or you can be a healer. All I have to do is press right click, right, and follow around the people that are trying to do damage. Yeah, fine.
I love games like that where you actually have different roles and not everybody's like, here's a FAMAS, go get 30 kills.
Yeah, it's not like that at all. It's totally different. And you can enjoy the game on so many different levels like that, where you're like, I don't feel like tryharding today, so I'm just going to play Lucio or a healer or a Mercy or a Reinhardt that's a tank. Whatever, man. Just, you know, fill a role in the team, do your job. But it looks very cartoony, I'll say that.
Are there like specific roles, like League of Legends? There's top, which
yes,
is a
it's
little
very
bit
like
tanky.
that.
Okay,
it's very like that. It's very like a MOBA in certain ways. Like there are strict things. You know, each character has skills that they do. Like there is a whole section of 5 characters, it's like damage per second characters, and they're harder to use, and you've got to hit precision skill, and it's a lot of pressure on you. Then there's like defensive characters that like some build turrets and some create shields and some, you know, do area of effect damage, and then there's like healers and tanks, a whole 5-section, you know, different tanks and support, and you can pick champions. It's very like League in that way, but it's an FPS and it's fucking great.
Are there like teams of 5 tanks or 6 tanks? Like, is that possible to do?
It is, depending on the game mode, because there's different game modes. So, like, the team composition is the most important part of the game, right? So you've got to have a very synergistic team comp. So say it's King of the Hill, you have to go and take a point. Well, damage per second characters aren't as useful in that game mode because they're very squishy, right? So you have to be on point. So there's a lot more like double tank, double healer setups in that kind of environment. Whereas pushing the payload, there's more DPS, flanker, assassin type characters that will, you say if you're attacking, you'll get behind the enemy and like fuck them up and disrupt them. characters like Tracer or McCree will do that, dealing out damage while staying mobile. Whereas, you've got your Reinhardt on the objective, pushing the payload with his big fucking shield. Like, it's ostensibly not doing much, but vital for the team. So there's loads of different team comps you can have and make viable. It's going to be great.
How does the team comp...
Can you dance after you went around?
You can do an emote, yes.
Oh God, this game is
You can do that in Doom too. I was like, why the fuck why is this a thing?
Gay.
How does the team compositions work? Like, does someone pick a tank first, and then there's like, oh,
you all pick at the same time, but if you're in TeamSpeak or something, you just talk about it. It's not, and you can talk in game. So if like someone's like playing Widow, the sniper, and not doing anything, being shit, you can be like, dude, can you switch to another hero? Like, come on.
It's very like in game.
Yeah, you can switch in game. You're not like cast for the entire round, so you might want to switch up. Okay, I'll use a tank for this bit. We'll push the objective or whatever, capture it. Okay, I died. I need to change to something else because now we have to defend or spawn trap or whatever. So it's yeah. Eddie going in on the Boarfest. Fuck, brave, move on. All right. Well, if people aren't interested, that's fine. But I'm just they're asking me questions, dude, and I'm answering it.
Yeah. I'm interested in Overwatch. I mean, there's a lot of FPS coming out. Wings talked about Doom, and these CODs are coming back. And how long are they gonna last? Overwatch is a game that is made by the people who made.
Overwatch is gonna last long as that fucking Batman game.
No, it's going to be an esport. It'll be bigger than COD within a year.
It's going to be like the Batman game. I forgot the name of it.
There's no campaign. It's just this. It's just the competitive multiplayer. It's just an esport. What
was the name of that game? They had rollerblades and skates. And Gotham City Imposters.
Yeah, that's it.
That's going to be.
I forgot that game even existed till you just said it again.
That was a fun game, man.
You guys want to talk about some current events?
Yes.
All right.
Shooting on the White House today.
I didn't see that, but Infinite dies after being left in a car in Grenda, Mississippi. A dad left at 25, Joshua Blunt, left his 8-month-old baby in the car while he went to work.
Oh,
work.
It's like, how did you plan on that working out?
Joshua Dickhead, that's his new name.
8-month-old baby left in the car in Mississippi in the springtime.
On purpose, saying,
I don't got a babysitter. I'm gonna leave the baby in the back seat while I go in here and work.
I wonder what kind of.
He got second-degree murder.
That's fucked up. He probably needed this job so bad. Then if he called out, he would have been fired. He probably tried to talk to him. They was like, "No, you gotta come in." Then he was just being a dickhead and leave his kid out there.
It has to show low education too. At that point, if it's between my infant son and a waiter job, I'm going to pick the infant son. And
order of priorities, people.
It's like I'm gonna be like, hey, dude, I would really love to come into work. I really need this job. I really could use the money, but I have nobody to watch this kid right now, and I can't leave him in the car for him to die in heat stroke. That's not an option.
What do you think he was thinking? He was going to go out on his break and feed him some.
I'm pretty sure that was his thinking. He'd go check on him every hour or so. He'd hop out and just see how he's doing.
The windows were cracked?
I don't know. The baby died.
Wouldn't you rather leave the baby at home? I mean, if you had to go to work.
It'd probably been a better choice if you had to make these choices.
Yeah.
At least then there's air conditioning. Maybe he didn't have air conditioning at home either. Maybe that's the reason he had to go to work so bad.
That's just stupid. That's stupid. Because I can imagine that he probably was in one of those positions, either be fired, either be fired or come into work.
My question is this: where was his mama? If I was in that situation, I'd go straight to my mama and be like, "Can you take care of the baby while I go work?"
Or the mom.
Or the mom. Well, the mom might be a crackhead. Who knows? The mom's more sketchy than your own personal mama.
True. Your mom always looks out, man. That's why I love my mom, bro. Woo.
That's some crazy shit right there.
That's crazy.
Cars kill a lot of things. People need to invent something
Well, it's just because they get so hot. They're basically
Yeah.
tin cans with like cloth in them. You know,
And
like
then, that fucking the windshield is like a magnifying glass when the sun shines through that.
I had that black F-150, and like it got to like 119 inside of it. Like you pop it on and you see it, and it's like you'd be
Damn.
sweating just like trying to touch the steering wheel.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you ever just grab the steering wheel like fuck, like
Yeah, it's like this ain't fun. Like you get a towel to drive with for a while.
Some crazy shit. Holy fuck.
It's like,
That's
oh,
true.
I feel bad for him. Yeah, it's dumb, but it's not like he's like, oh, I'm glad my kid's dead. You know.
that's crazy.
well, he's going to
man.
jail now. He's got like 13 years.
Yo, last year summer, it was one of the days was so hot, I couldn't even wait for AC. Like I just put my gloves on, my work gloves. I started the car, reversed, and zoomed like so air could just go in the car.
That first 20 seconds of air is like you're in an oven.
Oh my
Like
god,
air's getting circulated inside the oven.
it was crazy because waiting outside was too hot. Like it was just so hot outside. Then if you sit in the car, like it's hot as fuck in there too. So I just sped like I was doing like 83 at like a 25 mile per hour zone.
I know we kind of harped on this before, but like, would you guys follow a man into the female's bathroom if you thought it was a man?
No.
What do you mean?
Like, this is on the news feed. It popped up. Woman followed into restroom by man to be questioned about gender. Like, it was a woman that had like really short haircut and glasses, and another dude thought it was like a man dressed as a woman. So it like he went in after her.
The fuck? No.
I mean, that's like that story of the woman on the plane reporting that guy because she thought he was a terrorist and he was just a maths professor writing down like quadratic equations and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, you're just trying to be. On one hand, you're trying to be like a good citizen, but it always smacks to me of like these really right-wing guys who are really into their firearms and they're like, I'm going to be a responsible citizen. You know, you see something, you report it. I'm like, motherfucker, you live in Arizona. Like, come on, man. Like, how many fucking attacks going to be there? Like, this smacks of that kind of attitude. Like, I'm going to be the sheriff right now and walk in and question this dude.
It's like TSA. Like, why does Myrtle Beach Airport have TSA? Like, literally.
I mean, everybody.
Every
needs
airport
TSA.
needs it, man.
They don't need TSA. It's a waste of fucking money.
Get a TSA agent to come and be on the show with us.
Bring one, so I can tell them how much he's a waste of money. I've seen a thing that did
girl,
that.
and she gonna cuss your ass out.
And it was like $2.6 billion per weapon found. Not even a gun, weapon. And these weapons go from like pocket knives all the way down to like bottle openers with a sharp point. You know, 2.6 billion taxpayer dollars per weapon found. And like, they're fucking worthless. Nobody is going to come through the Myrtle Beach Airport and blow shit up. Nobody. I don't even think the terrorists know where Myrtle Beach Airport's at. There's nothing important here.
Yeah, but the plane,
never
plane's
know.
flying to New York or whatever, and you know, that's how it like.
Well, you go through TSA in New York.
A terrorist probably
you gotta
taking
go through
notes right now.
No, but you're in
Watching
Myrtle
outside.
Beach.
Yeah,
flying to
they're
New
like
York.
Myrtle Beach. Okay, that's a good avenue. You know.
Uh-huh.
There
Let's
actually
show them
is-
that we're
There's
real.
no terrorists, dude. There weren't terrorists beforehand. One incident happened, and everybody's like, we have to change everything. And
Well, too, the shoe bomber got caught, didn't he? Richard Reed.
while he was on the fucking plane.
Yeah,
He got
with a
caught
bomb in his
because
shoe.
because it malfunctioned.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we
fucked up.
caught his ass.
And like, keep in mind, that was 8 years later. And it's like from 8 years later, they go from taking box cutters on to like bombs they couldn't even work in their shoes. Like, we don't need TSA. We just need a regular security force to be like, you plan on blowing shit up today? No.
Yeah,
Get on
right.
the plane.
Casually, you know, you blow it up, you know.
Hey, how do y'all feel about the transgender little topic going on?
bathrooms.
Yeah. Like listen, I'm talking about a gay guy that looks like a man that just got a wig on, or like a fucking manly fucking
A dude in a dress. A
Guy
dude.
wraps
dude
a
in a
skirt
dress.
around his
Like if
wee-wee.
I put a wig on and go to the bathroom with this beard, it's
Yeah.
there's a
Well,
there's a
that whole
conflict there.
argument is like
But that's
part of the
transgender.
argument. There's parts of the argument that I kind of agree with. There's parts of the argument I don't like. The people do this thing where they're like, well, I identify as a woman. Yeah, but you've got a dick. All right. I don't mean to be mean, but if you've got a dick, come on now. Like it's.
But what if you're like Bailey J going in? Like, where does Bailey J go?
Bailey J. I'll let Bailey J pass as a girl.
Okay.
A lot of people look like Bailey J that's transgender.
I'll let that pass as a girl.
The one thing that I don't like, sorry, Jack, to cut you off, is that in the right-wing media, they're like, would you let this, they pick some really man-looking trans person, would you let this person go to the toilet with your 15-year-old daughter? And I'm like, first of all right, just because you're gay or you have a different sexuality to hetero, doesn't mean you're a fucking pedophile. All right, stop right-wing media. No, they are not equivalent. Science has proven it. All right, that is not what happened. Gay dudes are not interested in fucking boys. Yes, if they're a pedophile and they're a man, then they're a gay pedophile. They're not equivalent in any way.
I had my sister's boyfriend was having this conversation, and he did that same line of thought. He's like, you just said transgender is like a mental issue. Like people believe that. So it's pedophiles, that's an also mental issue. I'm like, but that's two separate issues. It doesn't coexist in the same realm. You can be a transgender male or transgender female without wanting to have sex with children. And you could also look on the flip side. You can be a man and want to have sex with children, but not be transgender. They're two different halves.
They're not the same thing. So that issue can fuck off.
That was just stupid.
But as far as I'm concerned, like, it's a gray area, and it has to be like down to like a transgender person that has a dick, right? And that say like they're pre-transition or they're in transition, they're pre-op or whatever. If like that person isn't trying to go into a fucking woman's bathroom to look at chicks, okay, that's I think you're not thinking this through. All right, if they're transgender, a lot of men that are transgender are into dudes. Mm-hmm. All right, so if they were like, oh, I'm gonna dress as another gender to look at chicks. That's straight dudes. They're not even trans. They're just wearing a dress to look at. Like
all they really do is got to put a hole in the men's bathroom wall.
Like is this the fucking script of Porky's? Is this what we're talking about? Like I don't understand. Like it's not the same thing. Someone who's like serious about transitioning is not trying to go into females' bathrooms to look at chicks. That is another gross.
Another flip side of this, Eddie, is like, even if he was going to go in the bathroom and look at chicks, he'd have to stick his head under the stall. If a female did that, she would get arrested the same as he would.
Yeah.
Like, literally, there's stalls they use the bathroom in. They're not, like, half naked with their titties out at the back.
Yeah.
They don't have urinals and shit.
It's not like a pillow party from Greece in there, all right? It's just tidier and smells nicer. Like, that is it. They still go and have a shit, all right? It's
right. So I'm
Hello?
Yeah, we flipped spots.
Hello?
We flipped spots.
I think I'm good now.
Yeah, we might be good, but
you should be good now.
I love how we flip spots. That's hot. Oh, shit. Are we back, guys?
Yeah. Ding dong.
Whoa, pause.
Ding dong. No, it said ding dong. When it came back on, it said ding dong.
You're talking about ding dongs and shit. No, we don't talk about that shit here. All right, look.
Like ding dongs?
We were talking about white people and like what do you consider their race, right? I was filling out for my ID, right? Filling out for my ID at work. I did it before. And I saw this before, but I never said anything in like a fucking commentary or anything, right? So we have Asian or Pacific Islander. You know, it got white, black, Asian, Pacific Islander, American Indian, or Alaskan Native. They don't have Latino or Cuban or anything. White includes Caucasian, Mexican, Latin. I was like, what? Latin, Puerto Rican, Cuban, South, something that ain't fucking white.
So Eskimos are a different race, but Latin isn't.
Right, exactly. Look, I'm not making this shit up. That shit can't focus. There you go.
There we go. Regardless of race.
This is
So
the
what's the point of
spinning-
putting it in? It says regardless of race.
Right. What? Just put male. Just put I'm a male.
I've always wondered this shit. Why is race even a factor in these things? Like, why? Who gives a fuck? Like, race is a tool of control. Like, I'm a male, and this is the job I'm putting in for.
Exactly. Why? But why?
I mean, maybe because of affirmative action or something like that. They have
Why
to hit
is
numbers.
a Latino?
But this is to get your license, right?
Oh,
No, my work ID. Just
Oh, your work
renew it. And it's like a city thing. Like it's a city, it's the airport. So it's like the city, municipal.
ever like sometimes I lie on my ID, like way back in like when I was living in Wisconsin. I said I was like 5'9", 5'10", like 180 pounds. I had brown, like I just made stuff up. I don't know why. It's probably not good.
Oh my god! Don't go down the way guns blazing. I know you're trolling.
What? What are you saying?
He goes, God made different races for a reason. We have to put them on the worksheet.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even know what. Say if it's like a driver's license, why is race important? Like I'm always like, what? Why?
Like you can't see him soon as you walk up. Like
Yeah, like this guy is a black driver. Why does it? He has a black driver's license. Well, is it because I might get caught out? Well, it says here you have a black driver's license. You have an old Asian lady's driving license, which means that it already has 3 points on it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know why they do that.
it's crazy.
Maybe it's identification and like just to see how many people of a.
And why is Puerto Rican white?
I don't know about that, but like for your state ID, maybe it's like the state wants to see how many white people live in the certain area. I don't know. I get.
See, the only thing I see beneficial with this is if you're filling out for like a job.
Yeah, and there was like affirmative action or something. I don't know.
But when they read your name, Manuel Hernandez, they're going to be like, all right, this ain't a white guy. They can mistake you for a white guy, white guys get hired. It's no secret.
To be a doctor in this country, you're not allowed to even put your name on the application. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to put your name on the application. And the reason for that was that it was found that like being a doctor, there was like massive amounts of nepotism. So if you had a certain like last name, people would hire you because they recognize your family's name. So like you went to a good school or whatever.
Yeah.
But now you're not allowed to. You're not even allowed to put your fucking name on there. It's just your qualifications and your experience. That's the only.
Fucking Indian, you getting the job because
Yeah.
they good ass
And
doctors.
they did that as like because we don't really have affirmative action in Britain. We don't have like quotas of like certain jobs must be this or must be that. But they take names off and stuff, so they do it that way. Like I don't know what their reasoning is, but I guess that it's instead of affirmative action, which is unfair to certain white people, we'll just do it just based on like pure meritocracy, like who's most fitting for the post or whatever. So I don't know.
I only got 300 viewers. What's wrong today?
I got this case for my iPhone for $1. It was on sale on Amazon for some reason, and it's awesome. I got my credit cards and stuff in here. I don't want to show any information, but I like it.
Well, India had
Congratulations.
the hottest day on record for its country at 50.6 degrees Celsius.
Holy shit, that is hot.
That is fucking
What's
blazing.
that equivalent to?
That's 123 degree Fahrenheit.
I don't follow no fucking Celsius.
123 degree Fahrenheit.
God damn. I know I'm late, but shit.
Amazon's
That's
trying
hot, though. That's crazy.
Amazon's trying to take over India. They're
How many people died?
They're
How many-
making diapers.
This sound bad, but did anybody die?
I don't know. It didn't say that in the article. It just says it's fucking hot.
No, everybody dies. Like, there's some massive storm of the century, and someone always dies. Or the hottest heat wave. Like, in America, people die all the time. I gotta assume in India.
That's actually impressive. The hottest that's ever been recorded on Earth was 56.7 degrees Celsius, and it's Death Valley, United
Death
States.
Valley. Yeah, I was gonna
What the
get
fuck is that equivalent to?
That is
150?
140-ish, somewhere in that ballpark.
God damn!
Now that's fuck that shit.
Like,
Can you imagine someone of my skin?
your eyes would hurt.
Yeah, like
Standing in that
I would go outside into the sun for 1 second and I would instantly incinerate.
It doesn't work that way, but like it would suck.
It would definitely suck. Do you know what they do in the desert?
Especially
It's
with a
like
baby in the
Sahara
car with
sun.
that kind of heat.
It's crazy. To get you accustomed to the desert heat, do you know what they do? It's fucking brutal. They wrap you in linen and bury you in the sand for an entire day and night. That's what they do. To get the human body used to the temperature extremes in like the Sahara or the Gobi
You would
Desert.
dehydrate, wouldn't you?
They fucking feed you water and shit, but they bury you like up to your head.
Hell no.
And
But burying you would actually cool you down.
I was about to say, wouldn't that cool you?
No, it's to acclimatize your body. And like they did this, it was on a BBC documentary because a guy was going to look at the wildlife, all the spiders and shit. I don't know what's out there in the desert. Didn't think anyone lived there. But in order to get the cameraman and the presenter like accustomed to like, because they were with the nomads and stuff, to get them to not die of exposure, they did this to them and they filmed it. And the presenter, when he gets out, they wrap you in white linen. When they take him out of the sand, that shit was green.
Oh, wings, dry sand. I'm just picturing like just regular dirt.
No, like Sahara desert dirt.
Yeah, dry
They-
sand. Yeah.
They took him out of the fucking and that shit was green with like all sorts of evil shit that left his body like through the extreme heat and stuff. It was fucking ridiculous. And he said, like after they like unwrapped him and he washed and stuff, he was like, it feels like a calm, breezy day. Like that's what it felt like, and it was like 130 or something.
Wow.
Like it just feels normal. Like that's how they
His
do it.
body probably was so cleansed.
Yeah, his body's completely cleansed and it's set his body temperature to like a certain place so that the extreme heat doesn't bother him. I was like, that shit's fucking fascinating. Imagine who first found that out. Like, how the fuck would you find that out?
How do you go the back way though? Like, what if you go back to like South Carolina? You deal with like 87-degree days. You'll be.
Oh, it'd probably pretty chilly, you know what I mean? It'd probably be like, oh, it's a bit
What?
cold. Like,
It do be like some Dubai people coming through with coats on, like
yeah, they're just used to like ridiculous heat.
they be having their fucking big ass coats on their bags. Oh my god, their bags are so fucking heavy.
I don't usually do this, but I gotta thank King Ravery 26 months in a row. So I gotta
Woo,
give it
good
to him.
job,
2
dude.
years.
So I had to give him a shout out. Yeah, I got a lot of long
Deserving.
subscribers. It feels like I have more 20-month subscribers than I do like 5-month subscribers.
Let me woo.
I've got 2 20-month subscribers. I got Brendan Notice and Moonglum.
What about White Boy 7th Street?
You're at 16.
Okay, I'm up there.
Yeah, I think I'm over a year for you now, white boy, aren't I? Like it was 12 months, like not that long ago.
Look at me.
I got a few. Yeah,
I'm sitting in the chat with woos.
I have a few subscriptions. Like,
Hey, Jive, read the Zoom chat.
What the fuck is that?
oh, yeah,
Why,
the White
'cause I'm a
House
great
shooting.
guy?
I guess someone tried to like storm the White House.
I don't
and
know why.
They got shot like right out the, like right by the West Wing, which like never happens. I really haven't caught up to date with this story because it was like breaking news before I started the podcast. So that never really happened before. So someone I think got shot on the White House. I don't know too much news about that, but
It's fucking crazy, man. I'm really surprised there haven't been like more attempts on Obama's life. Like, I know that sounds like really morbid to say, but I am just like
I
surprised.
am too.
Like, I'm really shocked that it hasn't been like way worse.
It's gonna
has there
be-
been any?
I think this next time Trump or Hillary, somebody gonna get punched in the face or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Crooked Hillary is not going to make it.
You reckon she's going to be indicted?
I hope so.
I don't
And
want
then
Hillary.
that Bernie takeover, baby.
Let Bernie run against Trump. Fuck Hillary.
Yeah.
Hey, the thing about Hillary is, like, I don't know anybody that voted for her. Like, she won South Carolina by 70%. I can't find a Hillary voter.
Right.
Maybe some. It's only registered party people, isn't it? That can
It's
vote.
registered Democrat people, and like that really hurts because you got to register 6 months before your state actually votes. So in South Carolina, that was like September of last year, before they even announced candidates.
That's dumb, man. That's just that. Yeah, it's dumb.
Because we're the second state that votes in the primaries, and it's like, but like I don't know anybody who voted for Hillary. I honestly don't. Everybody here voted Republican, but like she won 70% of the Democratic vote.
And I think so too. I think that shit rigged.
It has to be rigged. I mean, like I've seen more Bernie stickers here than I don't even think I know where a Hillary sticker is. Now they put shit up. I couldn't take you to one right now.
It's crazy, isn't it? And the election's in fucking November, right?
Yeah, the big elections in November. The Democratic primary is here in I think July.
Yeah. Still ages away, and it's all anyone's talking about. I feel for Obama, man, because he's just like, yo, you know I'm still president, right?
I'll be chilling, son.
Happy.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
What do you think?
Obama out, drop the mic.
It'd be amazing to see what he does with the rest of his life, because a lot of those ex-presidents, they don't really do anything. They just like talk at colleges and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's gonna be on the front foot.
You get paid $400,000 a year the rest of your life, so you're good.
Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna do. He's probably gonna enjoy time with his kids. Go on loads of holidays and shit.
Try to do sports.
Well, his kids are going to college, so he's got about 5 years where he's just going to be free.
Him and Michelle are going to do some serious fucking then. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go all around the world, and he's going to fucking slap that ass.
He's like, we should have another Malik.
Yeah.
We should do it in this.
I need someone to fuck my wife, Michelle. And I will let Jive do that. What up?
I mean, she's the first, genuinely fuckable first lady.
Yeah. Well, what's it?
Well, if Trump gets in there and Melania or whatever her name is.
Trump's wife too. Kennedy's wife was
Jackie Onassis. Actually, that's probably true.
She was a beast.
But there's a reason he fucked Marilyn Monroe. I'm just saying.
He had plenty of heroin. I don't know what was the reason.
Well, no, like him and Bobby.
Yeah, she was a heroin addict. They're like crazy.
Yeah, man. She got fucked by the studio system. Like, you hear about, loads of those old movie stars. Like, who's the girl? Or she's dead now, but she...
Sorry.
She was in fucking Wizard of Oz. What's her name? Judy Garland, right? Judy Garland's, 15 when she's, in Wizard of Oz. And they're giving her, speed and shit to fucking do the hours that it took to film that film. 15. People in the movie industry are, plugging her full of fucking speed and cocaine and all that kind of shit just so that she can do 14, 16, 18-hour days and shit. It's crazy, man. That shit happened to Marilyn as well.
The people are saying Michelle Obama's not that good looking, but you got to compare it to what she's going up against.
Nancy Reagan, come on now.
Barbara Bush, Laura Bush.
They're faggots, man.
Hillary Clinton.
Blair, look at her.
Last first ladies. There hasn't been a good looking first lady in a long time.
Yeah, I'd bang Michelle, definitely.
I'm in the camp.
I think she would bang
I'm
me.
in the camp that Obama could have done better than Michelle.
Hey,
I fuck the shit out of Michelle.
I love how she got so much shit for basically being like, your kids should eat more vegetables. It's good for them. And they were like, how dare you tell me what to do with my kids?
Poured Mountain Dew in the sippy cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy Reagan was sexy in 1961.
Dude, vegetables are awesome, though. Like some ranch dip. I've been eating the platters.
Yo. They was Barberry, white boy.
Yeah.
He was telling me he's one of them boys and shit. So he was telling me one of his homies did Secret Service, and he said Hillary. He said they took off not recently. This was back. I think it was after what's his name was the
Bill.
After Bill was
that, but still they took off 20 minutes and she threw his fit because she left her favorite sunglasses and they had to go back. He said she throw his fits all the fucking time. They had to
you can see it.
Back.
Who we talking about?
Hillary.
20 minutes, dog. Tax money chopper. They had to turn it back around and go get her sunglasses.
Buy another fucking pair. You're a millionaire.
What exactly? I broke a man. They probably said the same thing. Like,
Shit.
can we pick up another pair for you? Have it sitting there waiting for you? I broke them in already. Damn it! Like,
That's somebody that's so above. They're so used to eating fucking steak. You give them hamburger, they throw up. That's what that kind of shit is.
Right.
Yeah, silver spoon. Yeah.
It's like literally like I wouldn't give a fuck. Like I could lose the sunglasses in the helicopter, looking out the window. Be like, fuck. Can we stop by the store when we get there?
oh my goodness.
They're probably like Secret Service going to like the Ray-Ban store. Ray-Ban's probably just fucking give them that. It's like most expensive pair they got. What are you gonna say? No.
Dog, I literally walked out my door and left my glasses inside one day and was like, whatever. Like, out my door, all I had to do is turn back around, go back in and grab them. I'm like, man, fuck them glasses.
But those glasses probably concealed her third lizard eye.
Don't start this.
She's a lizard. I can tell, man. You can tell when people are lizards. And Hillary, I've seen a few gifs with her tongue like doing this and her eyes like shifting. I think she's about 48% lizard.
Yo, people really believe that though.
Yeah, there are people that really believe that shit.
Really believe that shit.
I said
I'm on the camp that I don't believe that Hillary and Bill ever had sex.
No, I reckon they did. Ain't no way Bill ain't having
they did
sex.
a
Let me
long
just tell you
time.
that.
Yeah, but like Hillary's not Bill's wheelhouse.
You mean now?
Like sexy young girls and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I reckon, like, she reminds me of, like, Cersei from Game of Thrones, except nowhere near as bangable. In fact, not bangable. Like
she wasn't bangable when she was young. Like, she was like a 5 when she was young.
Yeah, but he don't care. I don't think
He was a big man in charge when he was the card carrier back in the day. Like he was the one that pulled that wagon. He's the governor of Arkansas. Blah 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 blah. You're the first little woman.
Yeah, but if you're Bill Clinton, like, of course he's gonna bang. Like when they got together and stuff, of course they banging. They got a daughter.
Yeah, but there's a rumor floating around that that daughter isn't his.
Well, someone banged her then.
Yeah, someone probably banged her, but like even if that ugly, she has to get somebody to bang him.
They probably was like, man, fuck her. Let's just call her my daughter.
There's got to be a reason he's going after interns when he's the president. Nobody.
He's horny.
Massive cunt, because she's really fucking horrible to be around. It's a loveless, joyless marriage, and he's like, just nice little Jewish girl in my Oval Office. Come and get this dick.
Yeah, like he just wanted to fuck her.
Like rich powerful men are always about that, like pussy on tap around. Like, have you seen the woman that fucking Arnold banged, like his housekeeper? Like she's like a 3.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't care. He's like, it's on my terms. It's when I want.
And it's right there. He probably was just.
He's like, after you get done with those dishes, you come by my office.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he probably was bored as shit. Like
they probably because Arnold's like a big like fucking blunt smoker. Like he's really into smoking his weed and shit. Like he probably was just like like every guy that's really into his weed has like a box they keep all their stuff in. He's probably like, all right, my wife's going out. All right, whatever her name was, just bring the fucking stogie box over here. We'll get laid and smoke some weed. And I bet she was just fucking nice to him. I bet that's all it is. It's just like no strings attached. Just I'm nice to you. Let's smoke some weed. Let's get high. Let's fuck. Pretty much. And I should imagine, like, if you're the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, imagine the pressure on your shoulders. Like, you know what? I could really do with a fucking blowjob right now. I just had a conversation with the fucking president of Iran, and he's a fucking piece of shit. Or, Putin or whatever, or whoever it was at the time. It's like, these assholes, like, I really need a blowjob. Like, Hillary ain't.
You think Michelle's holding the presidential dick down?
Oh, there's no way that they ain't banging. They look like a couple that are still banging. Definitely.
Obama?
Yeah, they still banging.
Oh yeah, he better still.
I bet that would get Sean Hannity so uncomfortable just picturing like Michelle under the Oval Office desk sucking his dick after he's getting done talking to Putin.
The best. That would be amazing. I hope that drives Sean. I hope that keeps Sean Hannity awake at night as he secretly wishes he was in Michelle's position.
That's why he always like, He getting his fucking dick sucked. He right
He's
under.
still playing basketball. He's still fucking. Come on now.
Yeah, he's still playing ball.
I wonder if they could get like joints. Like if you're the president, like you wanted to smoke weed, like I'd like a doobie the night after dinner. Bring me one.
Isn't it legal in Washington D.C. or that's
No,
the
it's
other
not.
Washington?
But I'm sure they have access to it.
No,
The
both
oral.
Washingtons it's legal.
The oral office. Like, I'm sure he'd be like, let's just take it. You know what? You know where I hear is great this time of year? Colorado. He's just blazing. You know what? If that was true, if it came out afterwards, there's like black and white photos of him lighting up. I'm all for it. I wasn't even against Bill getting blown. Like, I'm just like, you guys are so uptight, man. Like, everyone who's like, oh, I should be impeached. I'm like, as if you people, it's that much pressure. There's a reason they all go fucking crazy.
Amazing fact about that, Eddie, is everybody that wanted to impeach Bill Clinton are all now rung up on sex charges.
Shocker.
Every one of them.
I mean, he was so tame. He just got blown by a white girl.
Well,
Like,
he did a bunch
so
of other stuff too.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. But what they wanted to impeach him for was just like, my assistant blew me. Like, if he was in a rock
He's
band,
fucking a young girl.
I'd be like, come on, man. Not two at a time. You're slacking.
It is
George Bush was
decriminalized in
smoking
D.C.
too, right? George Bush was smoking some weed.
He was?
Yeah.
George Bush didn't do his job. Like if I remember the George Bush presidency, it was like 9/11, vacation. You know, something else, vacation. Congratulations, vacation.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, and
vacation.
he changed daylight saving time.
How?
Did he push it up a month early or something?
I don't know. He was always on vacation.
He was. He's the most holiday president or something like that. Had the most time off or something. That's a cold hard fact right there.
What if the Earth is just getting closer to the sun?
Huh?
Well, what do you mean?
He's trying to
daylight
debunk. He's trying to debunk global warming.
No,
theory.
Is that one of the counter theories that we're just close to the sun?
Yeah, I mean, gravity works. Like, it's supposed to get closer and closer and closer, and daylight savings time going back a month, that's unprecedented. No, or, like, how is no one talking
Daylight
about
savings
It isn't. They change it all the time.
Anything.
We were talking about it then. It was a long time ago, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but then global warming wasn't really relevant then, because they changed it to, they predicted global warming was coming, and, man, something's up here.
Daylight saving time is more for farmers than anything, white boy.
That's what that's what they want to tell you, but that's not true. Farmers, like, it's about the sun. And
It's
the
for
time.
us getting bitches.
Dude, your country's so big, it's got multiple time zones. Like, all that shit's arbitrary. They changed it over here, too, because fucking Scotland was dark at 4 o'clock, like, most of the year. So they changed it. It changes all the time.
And what's the average temperature in India? It just went up. What, a world record?
That's not an average. That's the peak highest temperature recorded.
So the peak. Okay, so if you look at the chart, it peaks right after daylight savings time. I mean, it has to be something.
It's a conspiracy.
It could be the fact that we're having
I'm
all
onto
these natural gases being combusted and being trapped in the atmosphere and not allowing the heat to escape from the sun.
No, because air
back
conditioners
onto the
use
earth.
gas.
You know what? White boy? You can put your hand on the table, but if you put a magnifying glass over the light and it puts a little spot on your hand, it's gonna be a lot hotter because you're concentrating it. That's what happens with global warming. The gases go up, they hit the methane clouds,
There's
and
no
they come
glass
back.
in the air. Are you crazy?
It's reflecting it though.
It's refracted, though, yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're on a sphere,
to
white boy.
space. It reflects right to space.
Basically, if there was a magnifying glass that was a sphere, we're on the inside of it.
So I think the gases that we're putting into the atmosphere is actually protecting the Earth. Like our ozone layer.
Yes.
Remember the ozone? What happened to the ozone layer?
We're rapidly depleting it.
No, it was supposed to be gone, and then we put these gases into the air, and then it fixed the ozone, and now something's up, man. I don't know. I think the core of the Earth. I think the lizard people are starting. Okay.
Should we read the Patreons now? Let's do it.
Yes, please.
I think the lizard people.
If you let me talk, I'm just gonna keep bullshit.
I still love, by the way, I want to give White Boy some more props right here because his make COD great again, being the Donald Trump of the COD community, like troll but play act, but also kind of, there's a hint of truth in it. Like that is still making big YouTubers look like complete idiots on a daily basis. And I
Dude,
just want to
Nate
say
shot we played the other day.
yeah, I just want to say thank you from a personal point of view. It's greatly entertaining.
It's fun.
We can't
Dude,
talk about we will be
No
able to,
Game of Thrones. No.
no, we can talk about Game of Thrones after this Sunday.
We
So
only have one Patreon post, and it's from Claws of Claw. Urgent. I got my first ever fist fight at the 6th form with this guy named Kevin. We both got hurt, but Kevin got his older brother who's after me, and he's not fucking about. He's about 6 foot tall, 120 kg, cross-eyed, crazy-ass rugby player. What do I do? Call the police or what? I don't have any family members who can help me out. Should I just pay the piper and accept the beating?
well, he's English, so the beating won't be that bad. Even from a rugby player, he won't beat him up that
You're
bad.
going to have to fight him, but
You get in serious fucking shit for fucking someone.
All right, Claws of Claw. Let your boy Jay handle this problem with you. As a motherfucker that can't fight, but talks a lot of shit and does it with any kind of repercussions, what you need to do is you need to go to like a local gun store. Well, you don't have a gun store. Local Walmart, big super box store. Get yourself a thing called pepper spray. They come in containers. You can get them on keychains, whatever you need to do. You can get the big industrial size for dogs. They're called Hawkeyes. Get you some of that. Let the motherfucking bloke come up to you and talk that mad shit. Then you pull out your pocket, you spray him right in the fucking eyes with it. Just get him right all across the eyes. Just back up 5-6 seconds, let it take effect, and then you whoop that motherfucker's candy ass. It's even better if you do it in front of his girlfriend. Like if his girlfriend's like, "Oh, stop, stop, stop!"
And you look her right in the eyes as you punch him over and over again, and then you bang her later.
He can't do shit. He can't do shit to you because he's gonna be crying. He's gonna be on the ground wallering. He can't see.
yes, pepper spray fucks you up.
Pepper spray is not nice.
Mace,
Capsicum
pepper
is
spray.
not good.
Any of that shit fucks you up.
Yeah.
I
You
sprayed
won that
this
fight.
much in
You
my
won
house.
that fight.
Like this. And then it took
It'll take your breath.
a little while. Everybody was like,
It takes about 5 seconds for it to kick in, like full effect, but then he's blind and can't breathe. You've won that fight.
Yeah. Be hard to lose that one.
I mean, definitely
well,
if it's a bigger person, yeah, you're gonna need some kind of pepper spray. I mean, your conflict was with the brother. He's getting his older brother.
Don't take any weapons, though. Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't seriously hurt
and
him.
no weapons.
Just don't hit him when he's down. As long as you don't, as soon as he falls down, you leave it alone. You just walk away. Because then,
Unconditionally surrender.
if you start kicking him while he's down, now you're in felony territory. You don't want to go there.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
Don't
He doesn't
bust
want to
it.
go there either. That's the truth, though. He doesn't want to go there either because if you cause what's called actual bodily harm in Britain, that's prison time, serious prison time. They take that shit really seriously. So he doesn't want to fuck you up too
I'm
bad.
sure Britain will allow you to pepper spray somebody who's opposing against you, though.
Yeah, it's self-defense, all that kind of shit. So yeah, if that's our only Patreon, that's the Patreon.
Yeah.
And guys, check out the link, the t-shirts. They're
Shout
great.
out
Got
Doc
hoodies,
Proud
hoodies,
Mate.
right?
Yeah, we got a hoodie and t-shirt. We have another shirt coming.
Podcast show.
What the fuck just happened?
I talked over everybody.
If you can't afford pepper spray, strip down to the nude to try to fight him.
Yeah.
He won't want to fight you no more.
Don't do the nude thing, dude. You're gonna get mad.
There'll be cameras. Don't do the new thing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Just
Eddie,
fight
it's
him.
nice to have you back on the show. I appreciate your sacrifice. You got Blame Truth on, and I know you and Blame you host each other, and I don't know if you talk that much, but
Yeah, it was
Blame
good.
Blame was a good guest. He was I thought he did a great job.
A little gay, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great. I was really gutted, but it won't happen anymore because we've made improvements behind the scenes. So yeah, that's a show, I think.
Well, Job, I need you.
Basically, it's a chat feature is great.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks
Thanks for coming on.
Patreons, and we'll see you soon.
Fuck y'all.